Mediterranean Omelette Recipe. The Mediterranean omelette is a flavorful, vibrant dish inspired by the sunny Mediterranean region. Combining ingredients such as sun-dried tomatoes, olives, spinach, and feta cheese, this omelette brings together the rich, savory flavors of Mediterranean cuisine with the classic lightness and fluffiness of eggs. It's the perfect option for a satisfying breakfast, brunch, or a light lunch, packed with nutrients and bold flavors. Here's how to make the perfect Mediterranean omelette. Ingredients: serves 1. 3 large eggs. 2 tablespoons sun-dried tomatoes, chopped. 1/4 cup olives, black or green, pitted and sliced. 1/4 cup fresh spinach, chopped. 1/4 cup feta cheese, crumbled. 1 tablespoon olive oil, for sautéing. Salt to taste. Pepper to taste. Optional, fresh herbs, such as basil, oregano, or parsley, for garnish. Step-by-step instructions. 1. Prepare the ingredients. Chop the sun-dried tomatoes. Begin by chopping 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes into small pieces. Sun-dried tomatoes are rich in flavor, providing a tangy and slightly sweet note to the omelette. If using oil-packed sun-dried tomatoes, gently pat them dry with a paper towel to remove excess oil. Slice the olives. Take 1/4 cup of olives, either green or black, and slice them into rings. These olives will give the omelette a briny, savory element that pairs wonderfully with the other ingredients. Prepare the spinach. Wash and chop 1/4 cup of fresh spinach into bite-sized pieces. You can also use baby spinach, which doesn't require much chopping. The spinach will add a fresh, slightly earthy taste to balance the rich flavors. Crumble the feta cheese. Crumble 1/4 cup of feta cheese into small pieces. Feta cheese will melt slightly when added to the omelette, giving it a creamy and tangy texture that complements the other ingredients. 2. Cook the vegetables. Heat the pan. Place a non-stick skillet over medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Let the oil heat up for about 1 minute. Olive oil will provide a fruity base that works well with the Mediterranean ingredients, infusing the omelette with rich flavors. Sauté the vegetables. Add the chopped sun-dried tomatoes, sliced olives, and spinach to the skillet. Stir the mixture for 2 to 3 minutes, allowing the spinach to wilt and the tomatoes and olives to release their flavors into the oil. The spinach should soften and shrink in size, and the olives will begin to soften as well. This step ensures that all the veggies are cooked through and that their flavors meld together. Season the vegetables. Sprinkle the sautéed vegetables with a pinch of salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. Be cautious with the salt, as both feta cheese and olives are naturally salty, and you don't want the omelette to become overly salty. Stir everything together to ensure the seasoning is evenly distributed. 3. Make the omelette. Beat the eggs. While the vegetables are cooking, crack 3 large eggs into a bowl. Season with a pinch of salt and pepper, then whisk the eggs until they are fully beaten and slightly frothy. The more you beat the eggs, the fluffier your omelette will be, so whisk well to incorporate air into the mixture. Pour the eggs into the pan. Once the vegetables are sautéed and seasoned, spread them evenly across the pan. Pour the beaten eggs over the vegetable mixture, ensuring that the eggs cover the veggies evenly. Let the eggs cook undisturbed for 1 to 2 minutes on medium heat until the edges begin to set but the center remains slightly runny. This will give you a soft, tender omelette. Tip: you can gently swirl the pan to help the eggs spread evenly, but be careful not to disturb the vegetable mixture too much. Alternatively, you can use a spatula to gently lift the edges of the omelette to let any uncooked eggs flow to the edges. 4. Add the feta cheese. Sprinkle feta cheese. Once the eggs are mostly set, sprinkle the crumbled feta cheese evenly over the center of the omelette. The feta will begin to melt slightly, creating a creamy and tangy filling that complements the savory flavors of the sun-dried tomatoes and olives. Tip: you can also add a few fresh herbs such as basil or oregano on top of the cheese for an extra Mediterranean touch, but this is optional. Fold the omelette. Carefully fold the omelette in half using a spatula. This will cover the feta and vegetables, creating a neat half-moon shape. Allow the omelette to cook for another minute to ensure the cheese has melted and the eggs are fully set. You can cover the pan with a lid to speed up this process and ensure the cheese melts without overcooking the eggs. 5. Serve the Mediterranean omelette. Transfer to a plate. Once the omelette is cooked to your liking, carefully slide it onto a plate. The omelette should have a golden exterior, with a soft, creamy interior filled with the sun-dried tomatoes, olives, spinach, and melted feta cheese. Garnish, optional. Garnish the omelette with extra fresh herbs like chopped basil, parsley, or oregano for added flavor and a pop of color. You can also drizzle a little extra olive oil over the top for richness, or sprinkle some chili flakes for a bit of heat. Tips for success: use high-quality feta. The quality of feta cheese will make a significant difference in the flavor of your omelette. Look for a good quality feta that's creamy and crumbly, ideally packed in brine for maximum freshness. You can also use goat cheese as a substitute for feta if you prefer a milder, creamier flavor. Don't overcook the eggs. To achieve a soft and fluffy omelette, be careful not to overcook the eggs. The omelette should be golden on the outside but still soft and tender in the center. If you prefer a firmer omelette, you can cook it for an extra minute or two, but avoid letting it become too dry. Customize the filling. Feel free to add other Mediterranean ingredients to suit your taste. Artichokes, roasted red peppers, or zucchini all work well in this omelette. You can also add a little bit of garlic to the sauté vegetables for extra flavor. Serving options. Serve your Mediterranean omelette with a side of whole grain toast or pita bread for a complete meal. You can also pair it with a fresh tomato and cucumber salad, or even some olives on the side to keep the Mediterranean theme going. Serving suggestions. A Mediterranean omelette pairs wonderfully with whole grain or sourdough toast. A slice of crusty toast complements the creamy omelette and makes the meal more filling. Fresh salad, a side of mixed greens with a light vinaigrette, or a Greek salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, and olives, would pair perfectly with the omelette. Olives, serve extra olives on the side for a briny bite that enhances the flavors of the omelette. Fresh fruit, a side of fresh fruit like grapes, strawberries, or citrus fruits adds a refreshing and light contrast to the richness of the omelette. The Mediterranean omelette is a perfect way to bring a taste of the Mediterranean into your kitchen. With its combination of savory sun-dried tomatoes, briny olives, fresh spinach, and creamy feta cheese, this omelette is rich in flavor and nutrients. It's an ideal dish for any time of day, offering a healthy, satisfying, and flavorful meal that's easy to prepare. Enjoy the burst of Mediterranean flavors in every bite.